This Memorial Day weekend, you think about it, it's the first big travel holiday we've had since the lifting of many of those pandemic health and safety rules. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine is live to show us how this might have an impact on your travel plans. Martin, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Cody. A lot of you are probably going to be hitting the highway today, or maybe you're catching a plane or a train, but even with mask rules and other COVID-19 prevention measures being relaxed, the Centers for Disease Control still has some concerns about traveling. Here is their advice for best practices. Your travel is a lot safer, the CDC says, if everyone in your family is fully vaccinated. Now, I've got younger kids, that just simply may not be possible. So in that case, if you take shorter trips with fewer stops, that's a best practice from the CDC. If that can't happen, the safest travel is to only be around your immediate household. Now, if you're traveling, you're probably going to go see some people. That's the whole idea behind it, right? So in that case, it's best to visit relatives and friends who are fully vaccinated, if you can make that happen, and to avoid crowds. Again, these are best practices. Nobody thinks that everybody's going to be able to follow every one of those rules, but the CDC says you still need to be smart out there. Lots of hand sanitizer, washing hands, things like that we've been doing for such a very, very long time. What's more, if you're traveling by air, bus, or train, you're going to have to wear a face mask if you're traveling using those modes of transportation. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Okay, Martin, thank you. If you are looking to hit the road this first weekend of summer, it might cost you more than a week ago. AAA reports the national average for a gallon of regular is about $3.04. Average in Kansas and Missouri is about 20 cents cheaper. In fact, Missouri's average is about 10 cents lower than Kansas, coming in at $2.73 a gallon in the Show Me State. Right now, we've been looking around. Cheapest place to fill up that we can find in the metro without a membership is at Murphy 40 on 40 Highway. According to GasBuddy.com, you can get gas for $2.52 there. Not too bad. The final county mask mandate in Kansas disappears later today. Runs out tonight at 11:59 in Wyandotte County. Leaders voted last night not to extend it. Commissioners remind you, though, businesses can still require people to wear masks. CDC asked people who aren't fully vaccinated to keep those masks on for now. KU is lifting its mask mandate. Wearing a mask will now be optional for students and staffers on the Lawrence and Edwards campuses. Public transportation and campus health care services, though, will still require you to wear a mask. The top health official in Kansas, Health Secretary Dr. Lee Norman, was asked if he's seen a rise in cases since these rules started loosening.
Thinking that even now we could start seeing it if it's directly due to that. I think the real test will be Memorial Day gatherings and 4th of July gatherings, but the numbers are still coming down.
California and Hawaii are two states where mask mandates are still in place. The Hawaii just lifted outdoor masking rules. In states like Massachusetts and New Jersey, you still have to wear a mask inside businesses and public buildings. We have an update on vaccination rates in the KC area this morning, looking at the list, comparing counties and cities. Johnson County, Kansas still has the highest percentage of people considered fully vaccinated. Still low, though, 43.8%. Cass and Wyandotte counties have the lowest rates on the list, just below 28. Kansas could soon have a lottery for people who've been vaccinated.
We will not have $1 million a week lottery like Ohio, but we are working with the Lottery Commission to put together a lottery that will, I think, right size for the state of Kansas, serve as a real stimulus. It appears to be working in Ohio.
The first two winners of Ohio's vaccine lottery were announced Wednesday night. Nearly 3 million people entered two drawings, one for $1 million, the other for a college scholarship, a full ride. Several other states are now offering incentives for you to get your shots. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden stopped in Kansas City yesterday, encouraging people to get vaccinated. Hello. Biden toured a vaccination clinic at the MCC Penn Valley campus. About 150 people got shots there. The First Lady had this message for people who are still hesitant about vaccines.
Look, if you don't want to get vaccinated for yourself, think about your neighbor who's going through chemotherapy. Think about your grandma who has diabetes.
First Lady also gave vaccinated students vouchers for 3 hours of classwork. She says she's all for vaccination incentives. If you're looking to get the vaccine and you need help, go to KMBC.com. Click How to Find a Vaccine to find a clinic near you.